Hey guys, Sam Salsa 4-on-1 here today, bringing you another commentary. Really quickly, before I get into my whole intro, I would just like to apologize for not posting one sooner. As you very well should know, just in general, it's the end of the summer. I had my final exam week over at the college, and I've been doing a lot of things with my family and friends. I've just been a little occupied, and I'm really sorry I haven't been able to post. The Zombie Army Trilogy, that walkthrough, I only have one episode left of it, and it kept on slipping my mind to post that. And then the commentaries take a lot of time to set up. I mean, they're kind of difficult. But today we're going to be talking about DLC weapons in Call of Duty WWII and what I think is going to happen. If you enjoy the video, please make sure to leave a like down below. Please, if you think you have any friends that would enjoy it, please let them know. If you would like to see more content like this in the future, please subscribe. And if you'd like to, give me any ideas for topics or anything, if you'd like to see maybe my opinion on a certain subject, or if you'd like to see me do a walkthrough of a certain game that I have quite a lot of games. I'm sure I could do a walkthrough of a handful of them. Then please leave that in the comment section down below. And I'd just love for you guys to start a discussion together down in that comment section as well about this if you want to see other people's opinions, or if you want to talk directly to me. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so the first half of this video about DLC weapons in Call of Duty WWII is going to be about how the previous Call of Duty games have done DLC weapons. Now, DLC weapons have been a feature in Call of Duty since Black Ops II, way back in the day. That was the first game to ever have a weapon added in post-launch. If you don't know what that means after the game was officially released. So that was in the first map pack of Black Ops 2, we got the Peacekeeper, and it was a SMG that pre-patch was basically an assault rifle with SMG speed, and it was the most overpowered gun in the game for a while, and I remember using it when it came out, and that thing was amazing. I don't blame anyone for using it. If a weapon's overpowered, I only blame people when they're camping with it or anything, or when, it's more of a pay-to-win thing, like, Advanced Warfare, back in the day with like the Obsidian Steed, like back when the game came out and there weren't really supply drops, so just the commons and everything. That kind of made me mad. So then we get into more games like Ghost, which had 2. We had Advanced Warfare with quite a handful of them that were locked through supply drops. Then, we get to Black Ops 3, which again, supply drops. Then here we get to Modern Warfare Remastered. Now, as you guys will see from the clip, this is about a week old. I got this DLC weapon, my first DLC weapon, from this supply drop. So look here right close, because this is really cool. So this was, as you can see, on my 32 keys, Days of Summer ends in 10 hours, that was like a week ago. I opened up the supply drop, I have never gotten a DLC weapon before, and I see the epic, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna be a camo, it's some other crappy thing. It's the cleaver! I started freaking out, but that was golden. That was my first DLC weapon in this game. But, yeah, no, so I got that, and then, as you can see by the gameplay, I'm using the MX Grand. I got that out of a triple play contract, which I got 75 wins, it gave me 10 supply drops, a guaranteed weapon, ranged weapon, and guaranteed melee. Within the 10 supply drops, I got the Into the Void camos you see here, and I also got the MX Grand, and then I got the Galil from the range. Now, this gameplay, I forgot to mention this disclaimer right at the beginning of the video. This gameplay is from late May, so there will be no AN94, there will be no China Lake, there won't be the Cherry Fizz camo, there's nothing like that. This is an old gameplay that I pulled up because it has me doing a DLC weapon, and since it's about World War II, I got the MX Grand. But back in the day, way back in the day, we had the Maverick, and the Maverick A2, and then the Ripper, and those were Ghost DLC weapons. Again, locked behind map packs, whatever. We get to Advanced Warfare. And at first it was just gun variants, it was just, oh, well, this variant changes this statistic, or this variant changes that statistic, but it was all locked behind supply drops, and it turned into a total crapshoot. Now, fun fact though, Sledgehammer actually originally intended for the salvage system that was in Modern Warfare Remastered. They intended for something similar to that. So, if you don't know, if you deleted gear that you got out of a supply drop, then you would get XP. Well, the original system in game was that it would actually give you the same amount of XP, but it wouldn't be XP, it'd be depot credits, or whatever, it'd be credits, and then you could save that up and buy variants. but then that didn't, I guess it just never fully fleshed out, whatever. So sadly we didn't get to see that. Black Ops 3, every single gun was locked behind, it was locked behind supply drops. However, we didn't get any weapon variants. We just got the weapons themselves, and then the attachments were the only things that made the difference. So, you know, it's a pick and choose what you want with your system, you know. Infinite Warfare had, Infinite Warfare has variants, you know. It's pretty good, though, overall, because to me, the key system, just being able to get your supply drops, unlike Advanced Warfare, that's similar to Black Ops 3, my only gripe with it is, though, some of the weapons are not locked, or they're not available in the prototype lab. They're locked behind the Quartermaster collection, which means that you have to get them out of a drop. But this was the first game to introduce a prototype lab, which is similar to the credit system that would have been in Advanced Warfare. Modern Warfare Remastered did this as well, so if you saved up enough credits, then you could go and get a weapon, and it was really, really neat. And I hope they carry that over in the next game. So without further ado, let's get into what I hope to see from World War II's DLC weapons. So, as we very well know, at least as of now, we know that World War II is probably going to have DLC weapons. Anyone who doesn't see that is likely not looking back at the past. Now, we just got it confirmed, and I'll show it in a minute. We got one of the best guns in the world of World War II games confirmed, and that's going to be coming up in about a minute. The tweets, I have the tweets screenshotted and put into here just so that I have actual physical proof. But several guns were just confirmed for the game the other day, but my gripe is I don't know what they're doing with DLC weapons. Like, nobody knows. And that's okay to keep it under wraps, but they've only said supply drops will be cosmetic only. And someone might look at that and say, oh, well that means, you know, DLC weapons will never be in supply drops. You would be correct there. However, the same thing, if you look at Black Ops 3's Black Market trailer prior to launch, it said that the Black Market is cosmetic only. And now look at it. We have weapons galore. We have more weapons in supply drops, no kidding, than the weapons in the game. If you count up the melee weapons and add them to all the ranged weapons, you have more weapons that are DLC than you do in the base game. And I have a very big issue with that, because that is not fair to the player. To have, even when you subtract the melee weapons, it's about a third of the guns in the game, the ranged weapons, are locked behind supply drops. And that is not fair by any means. So, luckily we won't have to worry about PPSH. As you can see here, in the multiplayer beta, we will have the PPSH 41. And that's amazing. Also, we had Drifter comment right about here. If you can't see that, it's about to zoom in, but can't wait to see if I can rapid fire, steady aim, extended mags, hip fire, no skill, bullet hose people. Mike Condry, what's steady aim? Oh, like, steady aim, what's that? So we know that there won't be a steady aim perk, you know, for hip fire. If you don't know what that is, it tightens your hip fire accuracy. It was put in before the laser sight. It's an old feature from COD 4 and, you know, all those old games without a laser sight on your guns. Anyways, so we know that at least the PPSH won't be locked behind supply drops. Like, you know, it's not like any Call of Duty has ever done that. Black Ops 3. Hope you didn't catch that. That was just a bad cough or something. You know, I definitely didn't say it was Black Ops 3. Anyways, so yeah, I'm just hoping that we don't get good guns locked behind drops. And what I mean is, by good guns, I don't mean that every gun, if they're in drops, needs to be utter crap, but I want it to be at least like Modern Warfare Remastered or Infinite Warfare, to where, for the most part, the guns have been pretty solid when they come out. Like the G-Rail just came out in Infinite Warfare, and it's alright. It's nothing to, you know, write home about in the sense of World War II. You know, you're not gonna be like, hey Ma, you know, today we were out in the field and we picked up this G-Rail. You know, it's like, no. Like, we got the G-Rail, tried it out for a round, hated it. Now, I will say one thing I liked about Infinite Warfare, which I forgot to mention in the history of supply drops section of this, you know. Infinite Warfare added in a system where you can also do challenges to unlock the DLC weapons. Like, the variants were locked behind drops of the prototype lab, with some of them being in the Quartermaster collection, but you can actually get the base weapons, though, from challenges, and I really appreciate that, because that means that everybody can get it. Now, if you can't do the challenges, then to me that's your own fault, because the challenges really haven't been that difficult. Some of them, you know, for like the UDM, like I think in multiplayer it's get 200 kills or something with a handgun that's already been like weapon prestige or something, like you running the prestige thing on it, and that may be a little too much. I would just say like a pistol, just 200, 300 kills the pistol, and then you get it, because how many people really use handguns in Infinite Warfare? But anyways, I'm getting to the end of my video. I am so sorry that this has been continuing as long as it has, but yeah, I'm trying to focus. Point being is, World War II, here's what you need to do, right? You need to take your weapons. You need to put them in a challenge system, just like Infinite Warfare. Make it to where everybody can get the weapons, okay? Weapon variants, as Michael Condrey has said, cosmetic only. Just make it to where maybe it has some fancy engravings, or just make it to where it looks kind of different, but not too awful different. Like maybe like the war-torn kit from Modern Warfare Masters. Like, oh, your M1 Garand has a few chips knocked out of it. It's all scratched up and beat up. That's fine. But other than that, I don't see them. Hopefully, they won't do too much with DLC weapons. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, and if you'd like to see more content, please subscribe. If you want to enter the discussion with me, please feel free to comment down in the comment section below, and I'll make sure to get to you pretty soon here. Please share this channel with your friends. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Peace out, guys.